So this week, Sergio Parise decided to renew his contract with Toulon to give him at least one more year to finally get to say his goodbye. So this got me thinking, who are the players that you think have had the best and the most impressive careers and performances beyond the age of 35? Those who've really shone in their later golden years. The likes of recently we've seen Hitoshi Ono and Mamotika retire at advanced stages after particularly long careers. We have Simon Short, 2009 Lions Tour, best he ever played in his later years. Who stands out for you? Send them our way using the hashtag #TheFeed.
Oh, she's been a few months since we've had a game of rugby union. I am absolutely starving, ready to go.
Rugby happened, rugby took place, and it was a week that inspired some, should we say, slightly awkward conversations. We had one about to take place in the New Zealand cabinet as Jacinda Ardern picked the Chiefs, and should we say a few of the ministers did not agree. We had one taking place on the pitch as Beauden Barrett, who has of course moved from the Hurricanes to the Blues this season, got caught up in post-try celebrations as his former teammates scored a try past him. And then, of course, perhaps the most awkward of all, as one Mr. Bryn Gatland came into the team late and managed to score the drop goal in the last few minutes to beat his dad, Warren. This is something that will make Bryn, no doubt, very happy. His birthday was a month ago, and that Christmas is 6 months away, and there's time yet for Warren to win the other 9 games and take the competition, because that's the only way his son is getting out of this with a Christmas present.
Right, now we're coming out of Eden Park and, well, you can smell it.
However, as well as Katie, there was another notable person on the sideline. This Mr. Daniel Carter, who apparently is notable for something other than being a water boy, but I'll tell you what, he is one of the best water boys of the last 10 years. Likewise, Mr. Tanner Umanga. And then beyond the pitch, we got to see actual crowds. This was the biggest crowd for a Super Rugby game in 15 years in New Zealand.
Squidge, we're here at sideline, and you know what? Rugby is definitely back. How good get up!
As the nation chose to celebrate not just rugby coming back, but what the country had achieved over the last few months. However, outside New Zealand, there was another big story in rugby this week. Cecil Afrika, possibly the best sevens player of the last 10 years, let's say 10 years, retired this week. And so I took this as a chance to go and have a chat with him.
Cecil Afrika, thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing good, thanks yourself.
Yeah, I'm well. So you played 345 games for the South African Sevens, over 66 tournaments. You scored 1,462 points. You won the World Series multiple times. You also won a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. You won a bronze medal at the Olympics. It's only been a few days since you made the announcement that you're retiring. How have those past few days been? How have they treated you?
Oh, the last 2 weeks has been really amazing. Or the last week it was quite emotional, but really grateful for the journey I've managed to go with the Springbok Sevens for the last 12 years.
Absolutely. And so obviously, has this been a decision a long time in the making? Have you been always thinking you're going to retire now or after the Olympics? And when did you decide it was going to be this week? You're going to announce your retirement now?
Obviously, it was the whole plan before the season was that I was going to retire after the Olympics. It's a pity that I couldn't really play the official last tournament, if I can put it that way.
So what is your plan beyond this now? You say you want to continue playing rugby. I know you started this coffee business. What are you planning on heading into next?
Up next is obviously now I'm really focusing on 18 Coffee, myself and Carl and Philip Steyman, and build our brand. In saying that, I'm also pursuing a career in 15s. So it could be locally, it could be abroad. So I'm trying to keep fit and strong and every day. I'm trying to make sure once the opportunity presents itself, that I'll join the Ad 15s team.
Just to ask as well, you've got 2 shirts on the wall behind you. Can I just ask what they are? Where they're from?
This shirt here is my first tournament in Dubai. So this is quite a special one, a special memory.
Oh wow.
So my
Yeah.
best mate actually framed that jersey for me. So it's quite
Oh.
special. Yeah. And this jersey, yeah, which is my under 12 jersey, is only fitting me now. That
Okay.
shirt is only fitting me now. Now you must imagine how small I was when I was 12 years old, and my shirt is only fitting me now. I do keep all of my kit, you know, because really precious to me personally, because I've now what I've sacrificed and what kind of hard work I've put in, and I don't like to give something to someone who's not gonna appreciate it. The other day I went through it and I'm like, yo, do I still have this? Oh wow, I couldn't believe the stuff that I'm having that is still in the bags. And then my mom always shouts to me, you must get rid of these bags, you must give this kit away. And I say, Mom, I'm going to. It's just that it means so much to me that I'll have to take my time to eventually give it away.
Does that kit fit you yet? Have you grown into your under 16s kit?
Excuse me? No. It doesn't.
Oh,
it doesn't fit me anymore. It doesn't fit me anymore. It doesn't fit me.
Other stories outside New Zealand, we had Australian Super Rugby set a date for when they're returning. They are headed back with some brand new rules at the start of July. As well as Sergio renewing his contract, Makazole Mapimpi is headed to Japan, Cobus Reinach, his Springboks teammate, is headed to Montpellier, and of course Curtly Beale is going to complete the most fun backline in club rugby history by signing for Racing 92, but not before he took a stint out to go and work as a delivery driver. And as a Wales fan, if I see a van driven by Curtly Beale, I assume in the back of that van is just sheer trauma and misery in the 80th minute. It'll never leave me. That try will never leave me.
Curtly Beale scores!
Now last week we asked you to tell us your biggest rugby betrayals of all time, and speaking of Mapimpi, there's one that stands out right here from Felix Roth, who says when Makazole Mapimpi leaves Yakaneuam hanging in the World Cup final last year, that still haunts me, that still hurts me. It still hurts every time you watch that try back and see him leave him hanging. James Edmonds says Nick Tompkins playing for Wales, and all I have to say to that is he's ours now. And JTS Brown says the biggest betrayal in rugby history will be the incoming hipster Highlander fans flooding in for Super Rugby this year. I can say, as a Wales and Ospreys fan, actually losing in a heartbreaking manner with the Chiefs this year feels like home. However, if you have any thoughts on players in their later years who really shone, please send them our way, and be sure to subscribe to the World Rugby YouTube channel using that link just down there, that link there, to do so. And then that means I'll see you next week for more of The Feed.